Welcome back to Punchy's Garage. This is your first time. Thanks for stopping by. I've got this cartoon bus that I did back in the garage here. I'm trying to figure out a way to eliminate this interior portion of the paint job still in its original red. Trying to eliminate that from looking so awkward in contrast to this denim blue cell shading job here. So I think what I've come up with is I'm going to be putting a thicker red stripe. You see one here I did with a paint pen. I'm going to put a thicker red stripe here with a black and the blue grayish colored meat. I'm also going to be taking this rain edge or rain guard or rain gutter, whatever you want to call this. I'm going to be painting this red as well, all the way around the bus. I'm going to be taking my black paint pen, adding some more thick lines at these body lines here on the roof. Get this roof cartooned out slightly. And then I'm going to be tinting these windows a red film. I think I'm going to tint these rear two on both sides. The back one is going to get a window perf, which is just one of them window decals where you can have an advertisement on it. For my buddy's bar, who same guy owns this bus, we're going to take this, make it bigger, fill this back window with that. These side windows are going tinted red. So that's what we're doing today. After that, I've got to replace the front bumper with this brand new one, which comes black out of the box. I've got to paint that white, and then I'm going to go ahead, replace it, take this old one off, put the new one on, and then add some cartoon lines to the front and the back bumper as well. So if you're interested in that, follow along. And I know what you're thinking. That's a sweet mustache, Matt. Good job. I'm not sure if I love it or not. I think it's kind of got like the masculine look, but also could have like that weird creepy look. But anyways, enough of the mustache. Let's get to work on this bus, see how we can make this thing look. And we'll pull it outside in the sunlight, get these windows all cleaned up. And then you guys can let me know what you think about this. All right, here's the window film I'm using. I measured the windows on the bus, made sure I ordered enough to cover them all. Comes in this tube, comes rolled up. I believe I got 17.5 inches by 16 feet. This basically will just unroll, and you'll have a film side and then a clear liner side that you'll want to pull off. And it's a little tricky to get separated, but if I had two hands I'd show you, but I think you get the drift. So basically I'm going to unroll this. I'm going to cut this into pieces that will fit each window. I'm going to make sure those windows are clean, and I'm going to go ahead and apply them. So I really would like to put these on the inside, but right now the inside of this bus in this Florida heat, it's borderline oven inside of here. So I think I'm going to cut a little sample piece. I'm going to place it on the outside of this window and just try to get an idea if it's going to be too bright or red and I need to move the inside and suck it up and sweat all day long through this process or not. So I'll just show you how I do that. I'm going to get some soapy water and a squeegee and get to work on it. Okay, you can see I basically created a hinge here at the top, like I just described. Once I got the soapy water on the window, squeegeed out the middle part, that's enough to keep it placed on the window without falling off. Now that I've got the vinyl pushed all the way out basically to the edge, what I'm gonna do at this point, and I've done this in another video on my buddy's green single cab Vanagon, so you can always watch that video too for maybe a more in-depth tutorial on how I do this. So I'm gonna take this, push it straight up into the edge like that, right? And then I'm gonna that squeegee, and it's gonna give me a nice clean line right in at the end, at the windowsill here. I'll remove this excess, then I'll go ahead and tuck in that edge really nice and clean to the edge of the window there, and then you're done, okay? Takes a little bit of a practice, but I would suggest soapy water. Dawn dish soap, I just put like 2 drops of dish soap in the bottle, spray bottle, fill it up with water, and this is what you kind of end up with. You may want to practice this on a window before you go ahead and lay down your permanent film, but this is really easy stuff to work with. And I think once this is out in the sun, we got some natural light shining through this thing, it's gonna look really nice. So I'm gonna go ahead and continue on with trimming this excess off, and then I'm gonna jump into this little panel here, and then I'm probably gonna do the side windows on the doors here. Okay, I'm almost done with this window, but there's a couple of little issues here. Try to get the show up. Down at the bottom here, you'll see these little fingers that are wanting to constantly lift up. Now these can be caused by a couple different things. One of those things being that your film may not be cut high enough, right? So it's trying to fit down into that seal, but there's still too much material there, so it's just kind of bulging up right there. Or you've just got some water back here that you need to get rid of. So in my case, I think I'm trimmed okay. I've just got a little bit of excess water here. So I'm gonna take a heat gun on the low setting, and I'm just gonna kind of carefully go back and forth in this area. Don't hold that heat gun on any one particular spot too long, because you'll melt it. And then this is just gonna help dry up some of that water behind that film. Turn it off, use your squeegee, and then you can start pushing those fingers out. You might have to work at this for a little while. Other thing you can do is set it out in the sun, let the sun kind of help dry up that water. You can see it's still wanting to lift up a little bit, so I might actually have to trim off just a little bit of excess here so that fits nice and flat against there. But aside from that, that's pretty much the whole job. I'm gonna go ahead and continue around, and then we're gonna go ahead and paint this rain gutter nice red to match everything else. I came up short on the vinyl. I still have the passenger door and the front flip out window on the passenger middle, but thinking I'm liking it. It actually gives like a nice tinted look, almost like regular tint. It's a little darker than I thought it would be. Back window is not done. That's going to get the window perf with his logo on it. But it is definitely a nice look and kind of helps complete the cartoon feel to this thing. I'm going to let this sit out in the sun here and let some of this excess moisture behind this film just dry up, and then I'll come back through with a squeegee and press this down all the way around the edge and make sure it's nice and sealed. Let's try to take a look from inside. As you can see, very red. Very, very red in here. Feel like I'm inside of a lava lamp or something. So you can see I still need to do this little flip out window or door here. But it's pretty cool. I'm pretty happy with it. Pretty sure Joe will be happy with it as well. Definitely different looking. It really changes the whole appearance of this bus. So I'm gonna let this sit out here for a little bit, and then I'm gonna jump into painting that rain gutter and little stripes around the side here.